Hi, I'm Scott Smith.
And I'm Tanya Smith.
Welcome to the Turpentine Creek Podcast.
Hi, I'm Emily McCormick, one of the staff zoologists here at Turpentine Creek, and this week's cat of the week is Exxon. Exxon is one of our older tigers. He'll be 17 this May. He was rescued back in 1997 from Palestine, Texas. He came from the same breeders that we rescued former residents here at Turpentine Creek, Sylvester the tiger and Impy cougar. The breeders were stopped breeding and decided they wanted to keep Exxon, but in turn we went back not too long after to get Exxon when the man developed some health issues. Exxon has had a few different cage mates here in his time during his stay here at Turpentine Creek. He used to live with Tony Tiger, who's now passed away, but he's out in the habitat here and shares this habitat enclosure with Siam. Exxon's got a pretty good temperament. When he lived in the compound, he was a lot more aggressive towards the people, and I think he just kind of needed some space. And he's definitely a lot happier out here in the habitats and gets to run around and do his own thing and gets his feeding time is a little bit more quiet. He used to get super aggressive at feeding, and now he just likes to eat his food in peace. He's one of our most vocal tigers. He likes to moan and talk a lot, not just chuffing, but he does like to moan at a lot of the staff and interns here at Turpentine Creek. If you'd like to come and visit Exxon, you can go on the tours. We give a guided tour at the refuge every day from 11. Right now the last tour goes out at 3. And soon the last tour will go out at 4, and we're open every day from 9 until 5.
The 20th Annual Kite Festival is coming up Saturday, March 27th. This is an awesome event for family fun. Bring your own kite or buy one here. Admission to the Kite Festival is free. Regular admission prices apply for those wishing to tour the refuge. The annual event is one of the most attended days of the year for Turpentine Creek. Proceeds help to finance the rescue of and sanctuary for the tigers, lions, cougars, leopards, bears, and other animals housed here. Attendees are encouraged to bring their own kites. Kaleido Kites experts will assist children in kite making and flying. Kite making is a green sport. It lets kids get away from the TV and video games, and it's wind-fueled. Once again, be sure you join us for the Kite Fest, Saturday, March 27th, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Hi, I'm Lori, one of the staff zoologists here at the refuge, and today's question is actually about feeding the cats. Many of you know we do feed around 1,000 pounds on average every day, but it's a little different how we feed each of the different cats. On average, we feed about 10 pounds to the tigers, between 3 and 5 for the cougars, and then about a pound or so for the bobcats and the smaller cats. But this really varies from cat to cat. Some of the cats that are a little more lean, we feed a little bit heavier. Those that are a little more chubby, we reduce their food some. And we do monitor them all the time. If they start looking like they're gaining a little bit of weight, they'll actually get put on a diet. Just like people, the cats come in all shapes and sizes, and metabolisms are different, so we do have to keep a really close eye on every single one of the cats and how they're eating. The cats out in the habitats, like these cougars we've got back here, they actually, we can feed them a little bit more, and they won't really gain that much more weight because they do have the space to run and play and expend some of the energy and use up those calories that they are eating. Whereas the ones in the compound, we tend to feed a little bit less because they are in the smaller cages. Hopefully eventually we can get all the cats out in big habitat areas and they'll all be able to lose a little bit of the weight. We have seen that right away with cats. We release them out of the habitats. Within the first usually 3 to 6 months, we start noticing them losing some weight because they do have that space to exercise. And just like people, the exercise is great for their physical health and allows them to lose a little bit of the weight if they are a little heavier. So that's why we want to get all the cats out into the big areas so they can have a little bit of a healthier lifestyle. Here at the refuge as well, we get a pretty good variety of meat. We do get our meat from Walmart and Tyson's. The Walmart meat, we get a good, like I said, a good variety. We get chicken, beef, pork, fish, and we vary the food for each cat. Sometimes some of the cats like anything we give them, so we can change it up from day to day. Other cats are kind of pickier, and we have to keep them on a specific thing that only they'll like. We have certain cats that don't like beef, that like chicken more, and vice versa. Most people would never believe that a tiger or a cougar could be a picky eater, but they are here at the refuge, and it's kind of funny. We allow them to be that way. If they don't eat for a night, we switch their diet and give them something else, and hopefully they'll eat that. So we sort of cater to them being a little bit pickier, but that's something that we're willing to do to make sure these cats are healthy and happy. In addition to the cats at the refuge that do eat just raw meat, we do have bears here as well. We have 5 black bears and a grizzly bear. The bears actually eat a little differently than the cats. The fish they do love, just like bears in the wild, and we feed them a lot of fish as well as produce and bread and dog food. They're omnivores in the wild, so they get a pretty good variety of food. Again, the fish all comes from Walmart, so we thank them a lot for providing the food for all of our animals here. So if you do want to come out and see how the animals eat and see what they are fed for yourself, we will be feeding every day at 5 o'clock and closing at 6, so come on out to Turpentine Creek and see all the cats.
You want to give me a kiss under that part?